Hey everyone, and welcome to Talk ETFs, ETF.com's weekly video series. My name is Sumit Roy, and I'm Senior Analyst here at ETF.com. Today, I'm speaking with Matthew Tuttle, who's the CEO and CIO of Tuttle Capital Management. Matthew, great to have you on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Matthew, you have a number of ETFs on the market today, and about, I think, 5 of them are under the Tuttle brand, and another 9 are under the T-Rex brand. What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, so the T-Rex brand is a collaboration between us and the guys at Rex Shares. And really, I come at the whole ETF industry looking at it very entrepreneurially, where you've got a bunch of guys at the top and very little left over if you're not Vanguard, iShares, et cetera. So, instead of competing with everybody else, why not collaborate? If you can find a 1 + 1 = 4 relationship. And that's what we found with the guys at Rex Shares. It's been great. We've grown that suite now to almost 1.4 billion. And just launched our Bitcoin ETFs today. I don't know when the recording is going on, but as we're recording, those just came out today. So far, so good.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk more about the T-Rex branded ETFs in a second. But before we go there, Matthew, I want to ask you about the Tuttle branded ETFs. You got a fund tied to SPACs. You got one tied to emerging markets, national security. Which ones stand out to you in the current market environment?
So in the current market environment, really there are 2. It's our Brendan Wood TopGun ETF, which is an extremely unique strategy that looks at, what the top money managers out there are going to be buying in the future. So there's nothing else like that. And then TGLR, which is, Nancy Tangler's equity income strategy. And I mean, you can't turn on financial news and not see Nancy Tangler somewhere. She, in my mind, is one of, if not the only talking head out there, knows what she's actually talking about.
Can you talk a little bit more about that first one? How do you go about buying things before, the experts buy them?
So here's the cool thing about that. So the investment strategy is run by Brendan Wood at Brendan Wood International. And they survey thousands of the top money managers on a consistent basis. And they ask them a number of different things. But one of the things they ask is, what stock or stocks do you plan on either buying more of or buying for the first time over the next 3 months? Then they compile all that information and come up with the 25 top guns, is what they call them, that across their surveys, the most money managers are planning on buying over the next 3 or so months.
Really cool strategy. And the ticker on that, I should mention, is BWTG. Correct. Now, of course, Matthew, you talked about T-Rex ETFs a second ago. So I want to get into that. You have a suite of single stock ETFs. You have Bitcoin leverage ETFs as well. Where are you seeing the most demand when it comes to your T-Rex ETFs?
So right now, NVIDIA, hands down, that stock has just been, to use a technical term, insane. Just every day goes up, and whenever it dips, you got to buy the dip. So that one has seen the most. We're starting to see it really creep up now in our inverse Tesla, because as we're recording this, Tesla has been up 11 days in a row or something crazy like that. And that's a stock that sophisticated retail guys love to hate. So, we're getting a lot of inflows lately in the inverse Tesla, TSLZ.
Awesome. And before I let you go, Matthew, I want to ask you about the future. You've been a pioneer in the ETF space. You've launched a lot of really interesting products, the ones tied to ARK in the past. Then you had the Cramer ETFs. Now you have T-Rex. What can we expect from you in the future?
More of the same. Again, I come at this from an entrepreneurial angle. I have no business plan. No, hey, this is our focus. I always tell people, I want to work on stuff that makes sense. Things that have a really good investment strategy behind it. And if at the same time I can call out some of the hypocrisy out there or things I think are stupid, so much more the fun.
Fantastic. Well, we'll be keeping a close eye on what you're up to in the future. Matt, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.